All right, this is trying to take a pro serve.
NANI?! Oh, my bad. What's up, guys? Welcome to Ace on Array. I'm Caleb, and here we hit big serves. So, if you want to start acing your opponents or acing your friends, you're in the right spot. I've been playing tennis for about a year now, and over the past few months, I've been grinding to improve certain areas of my game, specifically my serve. Every movement in tennis demands diligent repetition and practice, so I started playing 3 to 5 times a week. I rapidly improved on many aspects, but after getting destroyed by all kinds of players at random courts, I kept noticing the weaker parts of my game. There was always one thing I could lean on in a match: my serve. That is, until about 3 months ago. I dealt with a painful rotator cuff injury that forced me to sit out for a month. I even posted videos of my service pattern on apps like Instagram and Reddit to pinpoint where the pain was coming from. And that's when it hit me. I had to change something about my serve. I discovered that my current service pattern was not only causing discomfort, but was also holding me back from that pro-level toss consistency and power I craved. During my recovery, I dove into research, looking for ways to reverse the damage I unknowingly inflicted on my shoulder, and to fix my service pattern, so it became one smooth, cohesive motion. My serve had always been my signature weapon, but I needed to upgrade it. That's when I decided to get some serious pointers. So, I called in a true expert. Meet my friend, Dimitri, a former Russian ITF World Tennis Tour junior. I was lucky enough to have the chance to spend an entire month training with Dimitri and his wife Maria while they were in town. They both relocated to this part of Florida from Russia following the Russia-Ukraine war. And because it's such a small world, Dimitri ended up here, teaching juniors and kids at the local courts right down the street from my house. And as young and eager tennis players do, I began to watch them train day by day until a couple of months ago, when I thought I was finally good enough to introduce myself. That's when Dimitri started sharing his incredible journey from his very early tennis career as a kid in Moscow to rising through the ITF junior ranks to befriending and working with another standout player from that area who would later become a tennis phenom. Why? None other than Andrei Rublev. What you're about to see are clips from my final week of training with Dimi, packed with all the tips and tweaks that Dimi taught me that completely reshaped my serve. But before we get to the aces, let me tell you, Dimi worked magic on my ground strokes in our very first session. We dove into game-changing fundamentals that instantly bumped my intermediate game up a notch. So, if you want to see the simple fundamentals of a pro that transformed my shots from this to this, hit subscribe, like this video, and stay tuned.
All right, this is trying to take a pro serve. That's what it looks like up close.
This was our first time practicing together. You can tell how excited I am. Poor split step on my part, but amazing wide serve by Dimi. Okay, Caleb, quick chance to wisen up and step back. 110 at least. I could feel the air off the ball. Felt personal. 0 for 3 at first, but what an experience.
I didn't get any of them in. That was probably...
Here, Mary explained to me the keys to a perfect split step. 1, to stay light on my feet. 2, that timing is everything. And 3, an explosive first step, a neutral stance, and twist. Now, time to show Dimi my serve.
No. Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
Dimitri noticed my peculiar service pattern and asked to see a slice serve. We broke down my service pattern and even addressed the shoulder pain I'd been dealing with. He liked my explosive left leg drive, yet as soon as I would pronate through contact, my follow-through stopped. He suggested I toss higher, more into the court, so we could get that across-the-body finish. I could feel the difference and see the progress. With this change, I could feel my serve getting more pop, and my shoulder rotation felt smoother, effortless, almost like a second nature. And remember to always use a continental grip for your serves. Trust me, it'll make it easier. Hated hitting in the net a few times. You'll notice that even my slice serve gets more power from following through across my body. I also watched Dimi's rhythm, his 1-2-3 motion of serving. Like I said, he fixed my ground strokes a lot compared to this. Oof, and a home run into the outfield. My new service pattern starts to become ingrained, but I still have to know when I'm too close to the ball. Now that's a slice upgrade. Here's a fun little point I play out with his wife, Maria. Working on returns with Mary was a challenge of its own. It really pushed me to put some serious pace behind my shots. My return game took a huge leap in just one session. I started feeling more comfortable and confident with my shot selection. I need to stop framing it though. Note to self, when you try a cheeky drop shot, don't step back. We finished up this session with a couple of serves and points between me and Maria. My new service motion felt good. Looking back, it is absolutely hilarious to see how stationary my body was. Guys, always bend your legs. And a lucky slice to finish off the session. I honestly thought she was going to kill me with that drop shot. Over the next couple of weeks, I was locked in, taking everything I worked on with Dimitri and making it my own. My serve is starting to feel smoother, more controlled, more predictable, which I liked. I've been honing in my rhythm, refining my trophy position, and putting real power into my leg drive. Now, it's time to put it to the test with Dimi and see if the work actually paid off, or if I've still got a long way to go. After working on my new service pattern for a month, it was finally time to put it to the test. Before Dimitri and Maria left, we set up one last session, this time with some of the local juniors they've been training. The plan? Work on return of serves, with me as the server. We kicked things off with me serving to Dimitri, and here's how it went. We've got to stop framing it. Look at my right hand. You'll notice that my pinky's up a lot whenever I serve.
I picked that up from the OG serve bot himself, Pete Sampras. As you can tell, I'm starting to get warm. My new motion looks hot. We can all double fault. Just don't get into your head. Both juniors catch on quick and start to chip into the court. Apologies, but I have to drop. And here's my new slice serve. Max with an absolute beautiful read. These kids are good. We do a couple more return of serves before moving on. And even though it's obviously not competition for him at all, I love going back and forth with Demi in these points. That is the first and maybe last point this intermediate scores off a former pro.
Now, looking back, this session was a game changer. But the biggest takeaway for me? Consistency. I learned that a steady toss, a balanced stance, and a commitment to make explosive leg drive can transform your serve. And I am incredibly grateful to Dimitri and his wife for sharing their expertise. Their advice not only helped me to overcome my injury hurdles, but also pushed my game to a whole new level. Huge thanks for watching, guys. If you're working on your serve as well, comment below and let me know what your struggle is. I'd love to help with more pro insights. And please, don't forget to bomb that subscribe button and hit a like if you enjoyed this content. Stay tuned for more training tips here on Ace Honore. Ace out.